So this is the overview for my second lesson, which was with Hannah, and it was my dance lesson. So I decided to pick out a few steps from the swing dance. I thought this would be a good starting point for her to work on the skills off of the pattern so that when we did put them in the pattern, she had the basics and understandings. At the very beginning, I kind of pointed to where the chasses were supposed to go. In future, I could have definitely gone and actually showed her, and we could have skated through it really quickly instead of just pointing and showing her. So that's something I could definitely work on straight from the beginning. Um, so then I chose to do chasses, just one of them, just so we could really work on the basics. So first off, the balance, as well as standing straight and pushing through the foot and rolling, which I did mention in my lesson. One thing that I think would have helped is using a marker to draw the pattern. I think that would have helped her a little bit as her pattern was a little bit off. I used a circle on the ice, but I definitely think a marker is a better alternative for that. I was standing a little bit around, so I think I could have definitely been more hands-on again. I don't know, I got nervous, and then you kind of don't really know. So I think given different circumstances, I would have been more hands-on, but um, that's something that I need to work on, and I should have demonstrated more in this lesson. As I was watching it back, I was like, oh, I could have held her arm here. I could have walked through the placement a little bit better here. So I think that's something I can definitely work on in this lesson. And then I started my swing rolls, which I did the same thing. I broke them down one by one, went through the positioning of the swinging through, and then I also gave her a count. I only gave her a 3 count. I went 1, 2, 3, even though the in the swing dance the swing roll is worth 4 counts. I just did this to give her a beat, and thinking now I should have just did 1, 2, 3, 4, but I just wanted to give her something that she could work off of, and so future reference, definitely do 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3 because we are working towards the dance. So what went well? I was more hands-on, but I definitely could have been more. I was reinforcing balance and checking, as well as everything overall I think was improved, and I was skating around, moving and seeing different angles, which also helped me critique and figure out what I could do to help her. Things that I could work on was I could spend more time on just her foot placement during her swing rolls, and her chasses, the extension of the leg and swinging out, because she's a little bit pigeon-toed, and that was something that I didn't put a huge emphasis on. So that's something that I could definitely keep working on, as well as using better teaching aids. So using that marker as well as the counting to really help her understand and get prepared for that dance. Just a few the sound issues at 6 minutes, about 5:58. I was giving her instructions on bending her knees and really getting into the ice and using the ice to help her gain control, so pushing into the ball of her foot. And then at 8:50, I was talking about the positioning of the swing roll. So extending back and it's swinging right through the skating leg instead of coming out a little bit wide. So those were 2 points that I thought you might want to have a little bit more understanding explanation for. And yes, that was it.